Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. And today, I will be reading The Cat Succeeder, the LG main on Tumblr. So let's get into it. You look like shit. You glance over at Katsuki from where your desk is, and give a small sniff and reply with a frown. That was mean, he stated. Feigning sadness at the blonde, he merely scowled at you as he took a seat beside you. I'm serious. If you're so sick, why the hell are you here? He asked gruffly, pulling out his textbook. You massage over your temples lightly before sitting up in your seat. Oh, you're concerned for my well-being? You ask, dramatically placing a hand over your heart and smiling lightly back at him. You watch his eyebrows furrow as his ruby eyes narrow to glare at you. No, Damas. I just don't want to get sick with whatever you have. He spat back, and you met back a smile at the friendly banter between the two of you, and they're closer to him. Are you admitting you're weak enough to catch a cold? You say, wiggling your finger at him in a teasing manner, and Katsuki's frown gave way to a smirk. And you knew all of a sudden that you had messed up. His smug cadness made your heart skip a beat, and if your cheeks weren't warm from the fever a moment ago, you were sure that they were warm now. I don't know, Damas. Are you admitting you have a cold? He said, with a know-it-all look, and your smile vanished and its face was a pout. He had beaten you at your own game. You crossed your arms across your chest and slumped back into your seat. Shut up, he mumbled, turning back around to the front of the class, where as I was now getting ready to teach, you could feel Katsuki's eyes still on you as he tried to concentrate on class. It wasn't easy with the pounding in your head and your constant sniffling, but eventually the bell rang, and you were grateful to have a break. Glancing down at your notes, you bit your lip in frustration. The reason you had pulled yourself out of bed to class this morning was because exams were coming up, and you were beyond nervous for them. You didn't want to miss a single thing, and if that meant bearing through the pain, then that's what you would do. You were a UA student after all. Isn't that what it meant? To go plus ultra? As your classmates began to file out of the room for lunch, you gripped the side of your desk to pull yourself up, sighing deeply at the pain in your head. Lion-chan, are you coming with us for lunch? Mina asked. Glancing over at your desk, you gave her a small tired smile and shook your head. No, but thank you. I'm gonna go back to the dorms and study for a little bit. These exams are gonna kick my ass for sure, you say, chuckling lightly, and she frowned at you, but nodded in understanding. You waved her off, along with Denki and Kirishima, before making your way to the dorms. Hey, idiot. You forgot this. You jumped at the voice behind you, only to find Katsuki standing there, with your class notebook in hand. Your eyes flickered between your book bag and the notebook, before you hung your head in shame. Sorry about that. Christian left it in the classroom. You admitted, slowly. You reached out for the book, but to your surprise, Katsuki only pulled it farther away. You shouldn't skip meals, dumbass. That's probably why you're so sick in the first place. He berated, holding the book in his hands. You listened to his words and noted how accurate they were, as you flitted your gaze away from him, unable to hold his gaze. Shut up. That's not... You trailed off, but Katsuki continued. If you're so worried about exams, then you should take care of yourself first. Eat food, and get some sleep. Just scrambling the shit in your brain all day isn't gonna help. He explained. His voice was sharp in an almost crude tone, but his words were genuine. And that only made you even more confused and frustrated. You knew what you were supposed to do, but it was not that easy. There was pressure and stress, and too many outside factors you even began to mention. I know. I try, but I just feel so stressed, and I never feel hungry anymore. And in the time it takes me to cook, I could read another chapter or study more or... This time, you cut yourself off. As your phone to your throat began to close off. and suddenly could try, a telltale sign that if you kept talking and being frustrated, you were going to start crying. He really didn't want to have this conversation with anyone, let alone the boy you had feelings for. Katsuki was standing in front of you, his gaze piercing your own. As he waited for you to continue, when you turned away from him, he let out a small sigh and held out your text back to you. You know it's not easy, dumbass. If it was, then everyone would do it. He stated more calmly than I'd ever heard him speak before. You looked back at him with surprise, and when your eyes met, it was his turn to look away as he continued to speak. And knock it off with this self-loathing crap. You're smart enough to get into the school, right? And you're definitely smarter than the shitty hair and Dunn's face. So you'll be just fine. Your heart was beating fast in your chest as you realized what Katsuki Bakugou was doing. Katsuki Bakugou, the one guy who never even compliments someone or calls them by their name, was right here, complimenting and encouraging you, something that you had never imagined he would do. But right here, right now, when the two of you were together and he saw you like this, he chose to do it for you, and you're shocked and surprised and happy all the same. It was getting too much, but it was only fair. You had never expected someone like him to say such encouraging words to you, even if you had called you dumb as well saying them. You avoided his gaze once more, this time due to the embarrassment of feeling your face flush once more. Sarah was surprised when he walked past you, put his hands behind his neck. Come on, idiot. It's lunchtime. We could always study later, he called out, his back to you, as you walked back to the cafeteria. You glanced down at the book in your hand. That Katsuki Bakugou, out of all people, had gone out of his way to return and do this. And then you let a small smile, a shy one, float to your face. Then you felt your stomach growl and gave up on studying, hurrying to catch up with Katsuki before he could outpace you. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.